Deep in the mountains sits an old, quiet village, home to two boys born in the same year, Amu and Ah. When they were little, an elderly traveler passed through town and sized the two children up, leaving two vastly different judgments. He looked at Amu and said, "This boy has a steady heart and great perseverance. He'll grow into someone capable of carrying great responsibilities." But when he turned to Ah, he shook his head gently. "This child lacks self-discipline. He'll never amount to much and live an ordinary, unremarkable life." From that day on, the whole village shifted how they treated the boys, and their fates slowly split apart. Amu's parents carried nothing but high hopes for him, always letting him test new things and take on important chores. When he messed up, his family would tell him, "Mistakes are just lessons for those meant to do great things." When he hesitated, the villagers would cheer him on, reminding him he was destined to lead someday. Slowly, Amu grew confident, calm, and unafraid to take charge. He never shied away from hardship and stood firm under pressure. All that consistent positive expectation shaped him into a reliable, capable young man. Ah's life, however, began to slide downhill after that harsh prediction. His family already thought he was useless, so they never dared hand him meaningful work or give him room to try. Anytime he wanted to attempt something new, he'd only hear, "You'll never pull it off, don't waste your time." If he made even a tiny mistake, everyone around him would sigh and say, "Just as we thought, he's never going to be anything." Over time, Ah gave up on himself entirely. He stopped reaching for opportunities, avoided every challenge, and backed down at the first sign of difficulty. Before long, he really became lazy, timid, and achieved nothing worthwhile. Decades later, those old predictions all came true. Amu became the village's most respected leader, with a bright, fulfilling life ahead of him. Ah drifted through life with no real purpose, stuck in dull mediocrity. The villagers would all murmur. That old traveler saw right through them. Their lives were set in stone from the start. But fate had nothing to do with it. The predictions didn't shape their lives. Other people's expectations shaped their choices, and their choices wrote their endings. This subtle psychological force that steers the course of our lives is called the self-fulfilling prophecy. Most people mistake this concept for some mystical law of attraction, but it's actually a grounded, well-documented psychological mechanism that affects every single one of us. Put simply, the assumptions you hold about yourself or others alter how you act, and those small shifts in behavior eventually turn your original guesses into solid reality. It all follows a simple three-step cycle. First, you form a belief, whether it's, "I'm not good enough to succeed," or "I can grow and get better over time." Second, your actions automatically align with that belief. If you're convinced you'll fail, you'll avoid risks, procrastinate, and back away from challenges. If you trust you're capable, you'll keep trying and step outside your comfort zone. Third, the final outcome reinforces your original thought, leaving you convinced that this was just your unavoidable fate all along. This cycle is why so many people get stuck in endless self-doubt and mental exhaustion. If you constantly tell yourself you're unlovable, you'll grow anxious, cling to others for validation, and eventually push meaningful connections away. If you're always convinced you lack talent, you'll shrink away from hard tasks and give up easily, never reaching your potential. If you endlessly compare yourself unfavorably to others, you'll tear yourself down and hide your strengths, fading into the background. It's never your natural talent or some pre-written destiny that traps you. It's the negative self-fulfilling prophecies you replay in your head every single day. Once you understand this idea, you hold the key to changing your life. Flip the script and use self-fulfilling prophecies to your advantage. Even if you're struggling, insecure, or stuck in a low point right now, plant positive beliefs in your mind. Remind yourself that you can grow step by step, that you deserve a good life, and that you have the strength to break free from your current struggles. Your beliefs shift your actions, and your actions rewrite your future outcomes. Here's the quiet truth about life. You will see whatever you choose to believe. Whatever you hold firm in your heart, you will eventually live into. Your future isn't written by the heavens, it's shaped by your own mindset and beliefs.